told y'all. Bad Mike told you time and time again.
Well. What's going on, people? What's going on, people, man? It is Monday afternoon. This is the Originators combined with the six-man convo for your Monday entertainment. As you already know, this your boy K Styles, aka the Sixth Man, the Silver Fox. And to the screen left, as you already know him as Mad Mike Sports, it is the Senator in the building.
Right. We never run out of fuel.
Oh, nah, ain't no fuel. There ain't no fuel running out over here. We always stay with what we got to do. But as you already know, man, like I said, we just waiting on a few more people to come in here. Like I said, man, shout out to D. Sloan. We got Silk Legacy in the building. Philip Franklin, Screwball.
Well, it's Franklin.
Ooh, Terry Lloyd, what's happening? We got D. Coleman in the building. Hey, man, we got a good one for you today. As you see, the title of the show, like you said, Joe Burrow and the Atlanta Falcons QB chaos. Reggie, what's happening? So let's go ahead and get started with it, man. Mike, what's going on with you today, man?
One love. One love.
One blood. One blood.
K-Style will get it. K, I know you would. I know you would get
One blood.
I knew you would get that one.
You know the song. You know the song I got today. On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things and the stem, the hills and rings. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, they can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. I skipped the whole verse. I just wanted to get straight to the main part.
Nah, the main part. The main part is the best part.
Exactly. Have you been through the desert on a horse with no name? And you know what's crazy about that song? Michael Jackson actually has a different version of that song. Have you heard the Michael Jackson version of it?
I probably have. I've heard that every Michael Jackson song there probably is, to be honest.
Yeah, that was off the Escape album that came out like literally damn near.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But before we start the show, hey man, we got Raheem Morris. He had a special song that he sent to me personally. This was his celebration song. I think y'all gonna like it. Hey Mike, you ready for it? Let me see if it'll play. Let's see. So this is the song that Raheem Morris had in his head when they won the game Thursday. Hold on.
What the fuck? What the hell?
You see, I mean, I mean, he said, call that. For those that don't remember that's the call that remix right there. For those that may have missed it, let me play it one more time for the people in the back.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god! Nah, man. Hey, we just have a little fun. Hey, now you got D Coleman talking about he played Rashida's Bubblegum on repeat. I want that. Let's say he's a crime my fault. I got 32 flavors of that bootylicious bubblegum. Get me up. Tell me you can get them. All right, man. Let's be for real on this, man. Man, Mike, what's going on with you, man?
I'm grieving, baby.
Okay. And, like I said, man, if y'all go ahead, y'all new to the channels, and I know most of y'all ain't. Like I said, man, this is Mad Mike Sports and 6MK live over here. So, hey, we're doing something a little bit different. Ephraim talking about I just cried at the gym, folks looking at me crazy. I told you, boy, you play that big booty bitches, boy. That shit bring back bitches.
Oh man.
So Mike, what we got for the people today, man? Because I know we got a couple topics for them, man. This whole show is going to be on quarterback talk. So, well, let you go ahead and get the people the insight on how you what you talking about today, man.
Oh, let's get to I'll just start out with this. As we all know, Shedeur Sanders is a controversial topic, controversial figure. I think just in sports, and there's been a lot of talk recently. Obviously, him playing well in a few games. I mean, at the end of the day, he's still a rookie. He played well, put up a 300 spot, and then all of a sudden, in one game, you have which was interesting in its own right, but that now Kevin Stefanski has come out and he's been put on, I guess, notice about. He was asked a question about whether or not why that they have issues with the wristband. So now they're having issues with the wristband, and he pretty much stated that it was asked. All right, so did you guys have an issue with the plays on the issue, or were they the same plays on the wristband? He said yes and no. So a lot of people with that statement, they feel as though that he is purposely sabotaging Shedeur Sanders. And we already got our issues with a line-ass head coach. All right, we got our own line. So I can see lies a mile away. And I don't think any Falcon fan would be fooled by the things that he's saying when you go out of one guy, because if you guys saw on Shannon Sharp and Ocho, they were saying that they were pretty much going through. It's like, how the hell do you get the wristband wrong? Like, how is there a miscommunication with the wristband? Because the wristband and the plays are put together on Friday and Saturday. It starts on Thursday, but Friday and Saturday is the day where you put all together. And he went out and said there was a miscommunication. So my thing, Kev, is to you is, how the hell are you guys in the chat? How the hell how the hell an offensive coordinator and the head coach, who's the offensive coordinator, who's the offensive guy, excuse me. How the hell do they? How the hell is there miscommunication with the play calling when you got offensive coordinator, you as a head coach is the offensive guy, and the quarterback? What is there a legitimate way where you can see that there is a way there could be some sort of miscommunication?
It's going to be miscommunication. The only way that I can see that there's really, really miscommunication is if you practice one thing and then just throw another game plan together at the last minute, which sounds eerily, verily similar, but we ain't going to go down that road. But it just sounds like somebody got big booty bitches on their mind right now.
I mean, you gotta have something on their damn mind. How the hell you get it mixed up on game day? You had the whole damn week to get prepared, and you tell me on game day you get this miscommunication.
Oh man, yeah. Like you said, the thing about it is you want a yes or a no answer. You can't say yes and no. Yes and no is one of the worst answers that you can give in that situation. Like you said, that goes back to the accountability factor in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, the Cleveland Browns right now is a quarterback room is the complete shit show. We thought we got a shit show down here in Atlanta. Cleveland is is the original shit show of 2025.
Which is interesting in its own right, because like I said, you're talking about a team that have a pretty good defense. They get after the quarterback and play some solid defense, but there's a clear and obvious divide there that is problematic in its own right. So, the second part of this question that I have is, who do you believe? Because you got the scouts, you got college, you got players, and you have fans that say Shedeur is the real thing. He's is a good quarterback. He has first round talent, and then you got some scouts and players and whatnot, and they say he's a cocky, arrogant prick that doesn't want to work hard. So how do you, with all of this nonsense that's around him, how do you decide what's the truth?
The truth of the matter is, rather if he's arrogant or how you feel, the end of the day, what this shows to me, it shows the lack of leadership and it shows the lack of accountability within the organization in itself. Now, like you said, we already know what Shedeur Sanders is. Shedeur Sanders is confidence personified.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, unfortunately, with him being Deion's son, Deion kind of rubs a lot of people the wrong way. Because Deion has big booty bitches. That's why he rubs the people the wrong way.
Big booty bitches, okay? That's the theme.
Do I need to play it one more time for the people in the back? Do you want to hear it again, Mike?
No, because I know we're going to hear it about 9 times, so you might as well go ahead and play it.
All right, play it one more time. Let it go. Yeah. So it's the confidence right there that Shedeur kind of displays, and unfortunately, Cleveland is the Cleveland Browns right now are just the definition of they don't know what the fuck they want to be.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Before we get to the next topic, There's a clear divide. I mean, it's almost like looking in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
There's a clear divide there. That and there's a divide between the you got the divide of the owner, and then you have the owner, and you have a high ranking executive, whether that's the general manager or the team president. But there's a clear divide there. I don't think that's the thing when you look at that should do it Sanders. Because my thing is like, why the fuck would you draft a guy that you know you don't want? I don't think that was the case with Cleveland. I think there was a divide between that Dylan Gabriel and Shadua Sanders, and both sides are trying to figure out, ironically, which quarterback is best for the team. And I think that's the problem. There was a clear divide. Like you can't have you got one guy that looks like crap, and you got one guy that looks good, and then he turns to crap. But you got to give one of those guys the opportunity to truly showcase if they're going to be the guy. And I think Cleveland, they headed down the wrong road again. It's sad to say because I think Shadua does have what it takes, but at the end of the day, if he doesn't have what it takes, you're going to bring a third quarterback in this mess going into the draft if that's where they decide to go. If they believe that Dylan Gabriel and Shadua Sanders aren't, you're about to bring another damn and that right there is a problem that we I don't think they want. Or do they want that?
So the question that you have to answer is who wanted who? Was it the coaches that wanted Dylan Gabriel?
I can't say it's not. It was a divide. See, the thing is, it's coaching and it's front office and it's the owner. All of that together. Because I mean, for example, the Atlanta Falcons with Ike Hilliard, Zach Robinson, and Raheem. Obviously, they're the coaching staff, but one side of the coaching staff, they want this guy and Kirk Cousins, and the other side, they want Michael Penix. I mean, you got the owner; they want this guy. So there's a clear there's a divide within the organization. And I think that's the thing. I don't think it's a matter of the owner or the coaches. I think there's just a clear divide, and you got to have somebody step up in the organization and say, "No, I'm not listening to any of you motherfuckers. Y'all gonna do what I tell you to do." I don't think that's the thing. What's going on with Cleveland? Somebody need to step up and say, "Nope, Shadua is the guy," or Dylan Gabriel was the guy. But that damn head coach have no clue what he doing. He looked like he just got finished smoking 500 grams of rocks. Okay. If you look at me, he looked depressed. He looked like he off. He looked like he been up for 30 hours straight.
Oh, so what you said that he's a Juicy J fan? He said, all I do is smoke moon rocks and eat crater cakes.
Right, he don't look well to me.
But yeah, like you said, that's kind of one of the big issues around that I thought was kind of weird. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question on this, or just on this quarterback situation in itself. Do you think that the Shadua Sanders thing this talking point only comes around for the simple fact that they drafted Dylan Gabriel first in the third and Shadua in the fifth? Or do you think that it would have been different if it was just one of those things where they drafted Shadua in the third instead of the fifth round?
I honestly don't think that even matters. Because I actually have a different opinion as to why he was drafted that late to begin with. I don't think it has anything to do with football.
I mean, I think from a lot of people looking at it, kind of see that clearly, because it is interested that Cam Ward got drafted first overall, and you know how I feel about Cam Ward.
Yeah, we're seeing it right now. We definitely seeing it.
You know, I feel about Cam Ward, and you know Jackson Dart. He was kind of the wild card in that second round anyway. That they took a chance in the first round, so it's like, and Tyler Show. Well, we already know about Tyler Show, so we ain't gotta talk about that shit. But, but what it seems like to me is just a punishment to Deion Sanders. To be honest with you, that's what it just seems like to me, in my opinion.
I think that's exactly what it is. Because the thing is, they only have a problem with Shador because he talk about God. They only have a problem with Deion because Deion constantly talks about God. And then once both of those guys always lean strictly and heavily on their confidence, and they letting it be known where their confidence comes from. He let it be known. It's like, look, I believe in God, and God gives me strength, and God gives me confidence. And I think that right there is the main issue when it comes down to that. What they don't want is some black Christian guy, a man of faith, telling them where his confidence comes from. Period, point blank. They would not have an issue if he was a drunk Stephon Diggs, Cardi B marrying, baby making machine. Nobody would give a fuck. But the fact he's not out here doing stuff and he's wearing diamond earrings, looking good, and he talking about God at the same time, that's not an image the NFL want to portray. They want a loosey-goosey Negro that losing his absolute mind and playing with 15 different women. They can market that to people. They can't market no damn God to no damn these fans. Let's keep it real. They can't market no motherfucking God to these fans. Most of these fans don't give a shit about no damn God. But you talk about people in these high places, these are the things that they think. Why do y'all think that they punish Mr. Blank so much? He let it be known that he's a man of faith. And Jerry Jones and a lot of them motherfuckers can't stand. They can't stand Mr. Blank. They can't stand the Atlanta Falcons. So a lot of this stuff, like, look, I know I got people ears up in arms right now, but this has everything to do with marketing. They want to be able to market a certain image, and having a black Negro that believes in God and is going to tell other black Negroes in the NFL that they shouldn't be doing this, because a lot of them, let's keep it real, a lot of these organizations, especially the Dallas Cowboys, they love it when Negroes get arrested. They love when they get arrested for cocaine and getting all this type of stuff, getting into fights. They love that shit. They can market the fuck out of that.
So it adds me to another question that I have to ask. What is it about God that pisses these people off?
Confidence. That's it. Confidence. You know who you are.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm. He knows who he is, and there's nothing they can do about it. That's the problem that they have. And I'm not saying it's a solely black and white issue. Let me clear that up. What I'm saying, they don't want a black man with influence. Let me say that again. A black man with influence himself, because Shador has a fan base himself, and then his father has more influence than him, and his father has the backing of a lot of coaching, whether it's in college, NFL. He has a large backing. So if Shador end up being one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, guess what's going to happen? Dion and his people gonna get that backup. That backup. You see that in college right now. People hate it. They did hate Tim Tebow for the exact same thing. So y'all know it's not a black and white issue. This is what certain people that's in charge, they don't want somebody like that with influence that's gonna tell a lot of people, because we know that the NFL and entertainment, they get off on people doing what, K-Style? They get off, they get views, and they sell a lot of merchandise or what?
Dysfunction.
Simple as that. He's not a dysfunctional kid. They can't sell that.
Man, you just opened up a whole line of questions, and this could be a future STS episode while we're at it.
Yes, indeed.
Because, like you said, the main thing that is interesting when you do talk about somebody that's, comfortable in their faith in Christianity and faith in God, it seems like a lot of people. It seems like society today, they look down and demonize a lot of people who are like religious in Christianity and etc.
Islamic faith, Judaism, like they don't like the fact that people are a lot of these people just confident in themselves and their faith and their religion. They don't want these people to be able to influence other people.
And like Terry Lloyd here said, it's because you are unbossed and can't be compromised.
John said the same thing with Bijan. Bijan let it be known what he is about. That's why they so hesitant. That's why they're so hesitant to say that he's the best player in the NFL. It's clear that he's the best player, in my opinion. But they hesitant to do that. They love marketing running backs. The NFL have always marketed running backs. Always. But they don't market Bijan like that. Why?
Exactly. But we want to go ahead and get right to the next one. Like you said, we definitely need to save that one in the chamber for a future episode, whether it be the STS or, like you said, man, Michael Linson TV. And Leo said they look down on people being normal and believing in God and not doing fake shit. Dominique Richardson said it's crazy that we see Bijan the top 3 running back, but they hardly talk about him.
Hey, that's why. Bijan got a huge following behind him. Matthew McConaughey is a huge fan of Bijan. He's been teaching him Denzel Washington. It's a reason why they don't talk about it. Why would they not talk about Bijan Robinson when he got Matthew McConaughey, University of Texas, one of the most influential colleges in the United States, and a guy like Denzel Washington taking him under his wing? Like, why would they not want to promote that? It's an obvious reason. They don't want to be good
because they have avenues outside of the NFL that he could tap into and make it, and it just make it seem like, okay, he doesn't really need the NFL to push his marketability, or like I said, he doesn't have to live and die by the NFL. He has opportunities and revenue outside of it.
Yep.
But I do want to save that one up. So let's go ahead and get right to the next topic, and that is Joe Burrow.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
All right, so as we already know, we've seen a lot of people kind of talk about this. This is one of the quote unquote talking points that's on social media as Joe Burrow being one of the major players to look at the quarterback position and the destination for quote unquote rumors. And when I'm putting rumors in bold letters because that's what this is to the Atlanta Falcons. Now, I think where this comes from, I think this just comes from, I think a lot of people kind of reading into, I guess, frustration here recently with Cincinnati. So a lot of people are kind of pushing this thing to be like, well, Joe Burrow may want out. And they look at if that was to happen, they're looking at the Atlanta Falcons as a possible destination for Joe Burrow. Now, the question is, how do you feel about that said rumor? Now, like I said, we're not promoting this as something that they need to pursue. This is just a talking point. So let me put the disclaimer out there before some folks start getting in their damn feelings. So go ahead, Mike, man. What you thinking about that? Then I'm gonna give my take right after that.
I think it's. I mean, if you guys seen my video, it speaks for itself. The idea of trading him is dumb, but I don't want to talk about whether it's dumb or not. Like my thing is, when you look at it, anything is possible. Obviously, because K Styles and a lot of us made a declaration that ultimately did not stand and stick, and that's the Falcons trading Matt Ryan. I never would have thought he would ever, especially for an organization that has been terrible with quarterbacks. We traded Brett Favre, obviously one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. We didn't even give him a chance. So I would have never thought that the Atlanta Falcons would trade Matt Ryan, and that ended up happening. But you got a guy like Joe Burrow now, is obviously he's one of the better quarterbacks, if not the better quarterback outside of Patrick Mahomes in the NFL. That could quite possibly have him traded. So I never say never. But with that being said, it just goes into, for me and how I see it, I just think he's tired, man. Like Joe Burrow you go back to his days at Ohio State. You remember that, K-Style?
I think a lot of I never really seen him at Ohio State, so
that's why he was hurt. He was hurt. Now a lot of people didn't see him because he was hurt. So this kid he's been dealing with injuries ever since he was at Ohio State, and he got hurt, and he wanted the opportunity to play, so that's why he transferred to LSU. So he's dealt with issues ever since he pretty much been out of high school. So for me, I don't think it's one of those things where he actually wants to be traded. I think he's tired, and I think he needs a quick fix. I think he's at that point in his career where it's almost like Steve Young. This guy had a lot of potential coming out. They graded him high, but Steve Young dealt with a lot of injuries early in his career. Obviously, he dealt with an organization that really didn't know how to develop him, almost exactly like Joe Burrow, and develop talent around him. But I think Joe Burrow just tired because this dude has had so many injuries in his career, high school, college, and NFL. I think he's just tired, bro. I think he's seriously thinking about retirement. He's had some devastating injuries. It ain't. It's just not one of those. Oh, it's a sprained ankle here, and groin pulls and all that. Like this dude is like tearing his shoulders up, knees up. Like he got some devastating injuries. So I think, like I said, I think he's just tired. That's just my take on it.
Here, this is a very, very sensitive subject to me. And not sensitive because I've been thinking about it, but it's sensitive because it's that the reason why Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and why the Cincinnati Bengals chose to sign both of these wide receivers in the same offseason for the big contracts that they had, because this was something that was put up. This is what Joe Burrow wanted. Now, I know a lot of things is the Cincinnati Bengals, they have not lived up to the expectations that people thought this team was going to be, especially after playing in the Super Bowl, which sounds very, very familiar, by the way, Granddad, but we ain't going to go down that road.
Yeah.
But I look at this and honestly, I'll say how much are you willing, if you want Joe Burrow here in Atlanta, how much are you willing to give up? Now, when I'm saying this, and I want everybody to think about this, he will in 2026, he will be going into year 3 of a $275 million contract. I think it's year 3. Let me see, 23, 24. See, he signed it in 2023. I think it kicked in 2024 so he's got a couple more years left on this deal. Now, at the moment, let's say they do this. You have to remember, in 2026, the Atlanta Falcons will be going into 2026 with $10 million of salary cap space. So right now, you already don't have enough money as it is to really house his money. The question that you have to ask about it is, what are you willing to give up to bring him here?
So you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking the people. I'm asking the people in the chat. Because me, honestly, that's a gamble that I am not willing to take. Like you said, we already have enough players that we have to worry about whether we're going to keep or not. And I'm just being honest with you. The wide receiving core we got is bad. Outside of Drake London, it's bad.
Yep.
And I don't, and even how good Joe Burrow is, this is one thing we have to look at it too. Joe Burrow has, and this is why I also have to throw Jamar Chase here. We don't know. We've seen Joe Burrow. We haven't seen Joe Burrow without Jamar Chase. We haven't seen that. Can he play
everything?
Right. But then I also say about Jamar Chase. We've seen Jamar Chase without Joe Burrow, and Jamar Chase looks pretty average without Joe Burrow throwing him the football too. I'm just saying. The numbers don't lie. But nah, you already got a lot of money invested in Kirk Cousins, and you're talking about bringing in another guy because let's be honest, Cincinnati Bengals ain't gonna want, if you bring Joe Burrow down here, Cincinnati Bengals ain't gonna want no Kirk Cousins contract. They don't want that motherfucker. So you telling me that if they don't Kirk Cousins, or they don't put him in a trade market for anything, you're gonna go from a Well, that'll be the last year of Kirk Cousins' deal. So you're going to add another $30 million to the quarterback room. Like I said, the quarterback room is already expensive in itself. So for me personally, I'm like, fuck no. That's just my opinion on it. Do I want Joe Burrow in Atlanta? Not with the situation we got right now. Fuck no. And the biggest question that you have to have is, if this guy's feeling this type of way right now, and you're questioning whether he loves the game or not, it could be the team wise. We don't know. But he has the best situation that he can have as a wide receiver core. Would he really even fare any much better down here in Atlanta? So you really have to put that in the question.
Well, me personally, people not gonna like what I got to say about this, because I'm gonna go off on what the general consensus is. The general consensus is everybody wants a top quarterback. No ifs, ands, or buts. So we're gonna play that game. Okay? We're gonna play that. We want a top tier quarterback. We're not gonna wait. We're not gonna do any of that. We're not gonna wait to develop. We want it now. Falcon fans want it now. Stop bullshitting. We want it now. So I'm going to trade for him. Let's get the people what they want. Y'all want a quarterback, and y'all want it now. Okay? Y'all want it now.
What do we want?
That's why Kirk Cousins is here, because y'all didn't want to fucking wait. Okay? Y'all didn't want to fucking wait, so we're gonna play that game. How am I gonna be able to get him? Well, obviously we don't have a 26, and we have a 27, we have a 28 and 29. So with that being said, there are two things that I could do. Three things that I can do.
Okay.
The first one, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna trade for Joe Burrow. I'm giving up Jalen Walker, and I'm giving up 2 first-round picks to go with that, with 27 and 28. So in return, the Falcons are getting Joe Burrow, and you may get a third, you may get a second, but you're getting Joe Burrow for that, and a couple of young players. So you're giving up Jalen Walker, and you're giving up 2 first-round picks. So not only does Cincinnati Bengals, they get something that they can build upon defensively as far as a young defensive guy. And like I said, he's a stud. No, you can't. No. It ain't no. Don't stop. No, y'all want a quarterback. Don't do that. Y'all want a quarterback. Y'all want a quarterback. No, if y'all don't want to develop, y'all wanted the guys to be here. Y'all want them to be good in 2 years top. So we're giving up Jalen Walker, okay? Because we already got James Pierce, and you can go get another edge, and you can possibly get another defensive tackle. So we're giving up Jalen Walker. Unless y'all want to give up James Pierce, do y'all want to do that? Because we playing y'all game. Y'all don't want to wait on development. Y'all don't want to wait for any of that. So we're going to play that game. We need a quarterback. We want Mike Vick. We want Matt Ryan right now. Y'all don't want to wait. Y'all don't want to do the right thing. So we giving up Jalen Walker, and we giving up 2 first-round picks for Joe Burrow and a third, maybe a second. And we take on that money. Because what's going to happen is, at some point in time, we're going to have to pay Jalen Walker or James Pierce. And me, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to end all that. I'm not going to pay both of them if both of those guys end up being good and top edge rushers in the NFL. You're not going to be able to keep them anyway.
Well,
if both of those guys pan out.
Well, you have to think about it like that too. They can't keep Trey Hendricks in there, and we don't know how. I look. I'm gonna one up you on that one.
Go ahead.
If the quarterback position is that important, I'm throwing Bijan Robinson in that deal.
I'm throwing it in there if it's that important.
If like you said, if we're playing the game of we must have an established quarterback right now, the best way that you won't have to give up so much, you throw Bijan Robinson in that deal.
You have to. Because it's an established quarterback. This is an established quarterback. This guy's a Super Bowl. He went to a Super Bowl. He helped take that team to a Super Bowl. So you have to give that up.
Mm-hmm.
And we talking about Burrow. This is what we talking about. Because at some point, you're gonna have to play Drake. You're gonna have to play Jalen. You're gonna have to play James, and you're gonna have to play Bijan.
Like I said, you throw Bijan Robinson, you throw Jalen Walker, probably 2 first-round picks, and with the 27 and 28, and probably throw this year's second-round pick in there as well. Because the thing about that we also have to look at is we're going to have to accommodate the money that he is getting paid too.
Yes.
Because what could possibly end up happening is if you do get a Joe Burrow down here, they're going to restructure it a certain way.
Right.
And all it's going to do is by restructuring it, it's going to make it very expensive to keep a lot of the core pieces that you have down here. Now, remember, the quarterback position, especially for Atlanta fans, is the position that everybody wants to solidify by any means necessary.
It's the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
There's no y'all willing, a lot of people, and not you in particular. We're just saying a lot of people don't want to, including the media. They don't want to wait on development. They don't want to wait on anything. So we're going to give y'all exactly what y'all want. We want it now. They don't want to wait for Penix to finally get it together. And I see people all the time. It's like, what about his health? Well, the quarterback position is one of the most inconsistent positions as far as health is concerned. The quarterback is never healthy.
Especially these last couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Like it's been like that for years.
Mm-hmm.
Like you only see guys like Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, Drew Brees play 10 plus years like that, relatively no injuries. But that, like, even that is far fetched. These guys are injured, but these guys, they take a lot of supplements and do a lot of things off the field to make sure that they are ready to play in the game. So quarterback health is always an issue. Patrick Mahomes have been playing with a knee, ankle, all of this for the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you also have to play into account that Joe Burrow he has been anointed as one of the 5 elite quarterbacks in the NFL in today's NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So if he is anointed as one of the 5 elites, y'all not gonna trade for no Joe Burrow. Y'all not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, we're going to give up. We're gonna give up some scrubs and a 3rd round pick for him."
Come on,
it ain't gonna work that way.
It's not. You got to give up something.
You got, like you said, if you want elite, you got to give up some valuable pieces. This is the same thing we said about when the quote unquote Lamar Jackson talk was going on. And when people were saying, "Oh, go ahead and trade for Lamar Jackson," I'm like, do you realize how much you have to give up? You're not going to give up no 3rd round pick and a Deron Harmon for no Lamar Jackson. It ain't going to work this way. See, it's one thing if Joe Burrow was in the mid-tier as far as quarterbacks. You could say, maybe he ain't had to give up that much. But he's considered the elite.
Yes. I mean, you see what happened with Michael Parsons. They gave up like 2 or 3 first-round picks for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not even a quarterback. Picture what's going to happen. Picture what Cincinnati's going to ask for
Right.
if he wants out. If he wants out.
And then here's the craziest question. Do you trust Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson with Joe Burrow? So remember, Zach Taylor is a quarterbacks guy, and he's a known quarterbacks guy, and he has stripes in the NFL as a quarterback guy. Do you trust Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson with Joe Burrow?
Mm-hmm.
That's the other part that you have to ask in that whole equation. And think about this too. Think about that too. Do you trust a Raheem or a Zach Morris, Zach Robinson with a Joe Burrow with no Bijan Robinson?
No Bijan Robinson. Yeah. That's the question right there.
Right.
Because they let it be known that they don't really prefer a lot of young players. Raheem has let it be known that he prefers guys that knows the game. This is why Xavier Watts is playing the way he's playing because he was considered one of the most ready NFL players, college players in the NFL draft.
Right.
The same thing for Michael Penix. He was considered this. Billy Bowman. It was another one of those guys that was considered ready, NFL ready. So all of the people that he's bringing in, if you have this same coaching staff, you're going to bring in guys with the experience. So with the experience, you got to pay for that.
Right. So like I said, the thing about it is well, all we're saying is in order for Joe Burrow to be an Atlanta Falcon next year, you got to give up something. And you're not going to give up dirt. You got to give up some diamonds. You got to give up gold to get that.
I don't know why people think they're going to get stuff for free.
Yeah. You're not going to get a guy that is slated as one of the 5 elites for a 7th round pick and a couple donut sticks. It ain't going to work that way.
That's not how anything works in the NFL. You're giving up something.
Mm-hmm. But the reason, but you said something, Mike, that was very interesting to me as far as the quarterback development and how everybody wants the finished product right now. I got a talking point that I want to get out the way before we get up on out of here because it's already 7 o'clock. So get about 15, 20 minutes. I got one more talking point I want to get off my chest. Right now, what we're seeing here in the city of Atlanta, a lot of Falcon fans now are paying witness to what quarterback chaos looks like now.
Ooh, boy.
Let me ask everybody a question that's watching this. And like I said, man, if y'all haven't hit that like button, y'all hit that share button, y'all go ahead and do this right now when you get a chance. Let me ask you a question, Mike. We in 2025. Remember, Matt Ryan got traded in 2022. So 2022 to the 2025 season. It's been about 3 to 4 seasons that Matt Ryan got traded, right? When's the last time have you seen this much chaos at the quarterback position in the Atlanta Falcon franchise? And this is a question that I'm asking to the people watching. And what I mean by quarterback chaos, we're talking about uncertainty. Think about it. 2022, Marcus Mariota. Desmond Ridder finished the season. 2023, Desmond Ridder starts the season. Taylor Heineke finishes well. Taylor Heineke gets put in just to go back to Desmond Ridder for the next 2 years, for the next 2 games. 2024, Kirk Cousins start off 6-3, blow chunks in the end of the season. Michael Penix comes in. 2025, Michael Penix comes in, gets hurt, and now we back to Kirk Cousins.
Last time I remember that was in the Vic days when we was forced to draft Matt Schaub. That's the last time I really remember this much chaos surrounding the quarterback position. And I think that's the thing. I watched it back then, but I didn't follow the NFL until like 97, 98. I'm a lifelong Falcon fan, but actually following a lot of the players, I was just watching the game, just watching the game. I really
like your boy,
like that.
Look, like I said, like your boy Jerome here said, the Chris Miller, Wade Wilson, Brett Favre fiasco.
I remember. Believe me, I remember that. Ooh boy, especially Chris Miller, sorry ass. Wade Wilson, Jesus Christ, I forgot about.
Hell, the most recent that we've seen here was 2007.
Yeah,
the Joey Harrington, Chris Redman, and Byron Leftwich year.
Oh my God,
because remember from 2001 to 2022, the end of 2021, that's literally 19 years of a stable quarterback position, which was Mike Vick and Matt Ryan for 19 out of 20 years.
There was no mistake about Mike Vick being our starter. There was no mistake that Matt Ryan was our guy. So we were stable for 20 years.
And like you said, with the Matt Schaub thing, Matt Schaub was an insurance policy just in case.
Yeah.
But Mike Vick didn't really get a major injury like that to where he missed a lot of time outside of maybe one game.
Yep. But it seems like these past 2 years with Kirk Cousins and Mike, it's like we don't know who's going to be the quarterback because of this damn head coach and offensive coordinator. They can't make up their mind who they want. And the way Raheem sounds like he wants Kirk back the way he sounds.
Right. So like you asked the question about the quarterback with Joe Burrow. This is what happens when you when you have a lot of people from the outside of the locker room looking in, that's peer pressuring people to forego the quarterback development process. This is what happens. And be honest with you, this is exactly what y'all wanted. This is exactly what you asked for.
Y'all wanted finished products. That was the reason why we even drafted Michael Penix, because y'all didn't want to wait the process.
Michael Penix was an older quarterback, so you thought that the process wasn't the development process was going to end quicker than expected, since him being an older guy. Going from college to the NFL takes at least 2 to 3 years before that quarterback becomes something. It's rare. And especially you're going into a Falcon situation where you have no quarterback development system. We didn't even shore that up. before we got the quarterback. Let me ask you a question, Mike. What's going on, Truth?
What's happening?
What's happening, man? Not much, man. We just talking about this instability at the quarterback position, and
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you, interject, but I want to kind of have a little small piggyback on something you said.
go ahead. Do you think?
Talking about the development process. So you got to think about it. Like trying to develop a 25-year-old is different from trying to develop a 21-year-old because the 25-year-old know a little bit more, and when they know a little bit more, they think they know a little bit too much. So then then habits form. Then when they habits form, it's hard to get them out of them habits because they done already got into you know what I'm saying. They're
Yeah.
already learn how to get into a little stubborn mode, and so now when the coordinator now you got a second-year coordinator. So you got a second-year coordinator. He got to try to figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? If you
How
don't
would you
figure it
know?
out,
How would you know? Are you a coach or something?
I mean, I got to look coaching at me.
He
Yeah, I
knows
gotta
it
look.
because he's a coach, y'all. That's why I asked him that.
And see, it's like that's why what I try not to go as hard on the coaches as everybody else do, and I get it. You go out, you keep seeing certain shit over and over, and this shit become aggravating and annoying as hell. But some folks be a little more aggravated than others. But at the end of the day, man, it's so hard. The quarterback, I said it the other day. The quarterback position is the one position in all sports that can have a man unemployed just as quick as he get employed. For real. That quarterback position.
Mhm.
Ain't no other position in any sport is as important as the quarterback. I mean, y'all think that's incorrect?
Nah, that's true.
I mean,
Because it's
that
a lot.
quarterback position get you fired, bro. You mess that
Mm-hmm.
up, you
It
gonna get you
gets you
fired.
fired the quickest now because they're taking shortcuts. The quarterback position used to be one of the easier things to develop as far as the offensive mind is concerned because that's where it all started at with the offensive line running the ball, and then you get a quarterback who just keep the offense manageable. You know what I'm saying? So it used to be easier, but now since everybody want to rush through it and they just want to throw the ball, it becomes one of the most difficult positions to develop because they don't want to do the right things.
Yeah. Like I remember back in the day, they had a little promotion going with the Major League Baseball pitchers talking about chicks did the long ball. In
Mm-hmm.
football,
Mhm.
chicks dig
The big
the
plays.
The
the
deep ball.
pass, the deep ball. Excuse me, the deep ball.
Yep. And that's the problem. So it'll get you fired a lot quicker now because what a lot of people don't know, like even Brett Favre, um, Terry Bradshaw, Dan Marino, like those guys did not like Marino, Moon, like those guys made a lot of mistakes. They threw a lot of interceptions. They threw a lot. They had a lot of big turnover numbers. But the thing
Yeah,
is, they ran the ball. That's the difference is now. So like now, when you have quarterbacks and these offensive coordinator, all they focus on is just the big play. This is why it's so difficult for the quarterback to mess up the quarterback now because they've changed the game. They trying to change the rules. The rules is the basics now are throwing the ball. The basics are no longer running the ball and blocking.
yeah, yeah. Man, it'd be hard for me to coach football for that reason right there, man. Hey, man, that quarterback position, bro. Boy, it's it's slut rock.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm talking about for real, man. It's slut rock.
Eh, But like you said, that's what happened. Like and what it is now, and the reason why a lot of people are kind of they're kind of panicky when they talk like with Tank here. He's saying that they need a new franchise quarterback, and Penix hasn't shown him enough. Penix ain't played enough for you to show anything.
I mean, people got to see the thing about it. I remember when Sam used to always talk about the microwave mindset. See,
Mm-hmm.
we get in microwave mindset as fans, and that ain't no shot at you, Tank. That ain't no shot at nobody. You know,
Nah,
so,
nah,
you know,
that's about as average as you can get.
yeah. I mean, so like you may be more impatient with the quarterback than you is the running back. A lot of people are real impatient when it comes to the quarterback position because everything is zeroed in on him. Listen, during the football game, unless you are on special teams,
Mm-hmm.
98% of the time, everything is zeroed in on the quarterback. Because everybody
Right.
waiting on the quarterback to either play spectacular, fuck it up all the way,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. But uh, right now we got to see this through, bro. We just can't just make a hasty decision and go out here
Mm-hmm.
and look for another quarterback. That well, all of this depends upon his injury situation.
Right.
All that depends upon that. Now, if the Falcons' hands force, their hands force. It is what it is. I mean, but then that's gonna raise the questions on the gamble, if you will, that they took by drafting him, knowing his injury history. They're gonna have to answer a lot of questions about that. If
Right.
they pull the plug, if they pull the plug on Penix now, they're going to answer them questions. So, hey, we're gonna be stuck with Penix, even if it's
Mm-hmm.
unless listen, I ain't gonna say stuck with him unless his knee gets to the point where it's just he can't even move.
Degenerative issue, unless he has
Yeah,
a
kind
degenerative
of Todd Gurley
injury.
like issue. Todd Gurley, Brandon Roy. Uh, hey, again, we had to do what we got to do, but
Right.
we going to look. We might have to bridge gap a quarterback or two, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe all of next, between now and next year. See, he stands a chance to miss the whole season next year.
Yep.
The reason why I say that because he may be back around week 12 or 13, and if he ready around week 12 or 13, and we out of the playoff race, what we gonna activate him for? You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but hopefully it
Well,
don't be like that.
yeah. But like you said, truth, and that is one of the that's one of the things that we're saying too is you have to prepare for that. You have to prepare for the worst case scenario with this, and it's a
Absolutely.
delicate situation. It's a delicate
Yeah, absolutely.
situation because just like you said, they took a gamble on trying to fix the quarterback room to prevent the previous Ritter and Heineke debacle. So they took the gamble on the quarterback room with Penix and Kirk Cousins because, like I said, Penix was the older quarterback out of all the young guys. So they're thinking that the the idea was okay. So he don't need that much time.
Well,
He
the
can
Falcons tried to eliminate the development process, essentially, Kill.
Yeah,
basically.
but y'all know what though? Y'all know what though? I was just sitting
Hmm.
up here thinking as you were talking, K Style. I think the Falcons may have did that a little backwards when it came to the
Mm,
quarterback situation. When
explain
Ryan
it.
went out the door, that's that's when they should have went to a guy like Cousins, and then when you draft a
I mean,
Desmond
they
Ritter in the
actually
third
did,
round,
Truth.
you could
They
sit.
did that. It failed, Truth. You got to remember they had Marcus Mariota, but that failed. So they were going. The
Yeah,
whole thing, the thing with that Marcus Mariota failed, and he quit on the team. So they had to go to Desmond
Yeah.
Ritter. So originally they wanted to develop, but the fans and the media put so
Yeah,
much
I remember that.
pressure on them
Yep.
to accelerate the process. And that's why I said all this failure is not even the Atlanta Falcons. It's the media and the fans. Y'all
Yep,
created it.
absolutely. Absolutely. Because see, what I remember was when I say Kirk Cousins, I think Kirk Cousins is on a different level of
Yeah.
quarterbacking than Marcus Mariota. No disrespect to Mariota now, but
Right.
because Mariota will forever be okay with me because he got NFC Offensive Player of the Week against they go take a shit at hands. Okay, so okay, I had a moment.
No, you
I had
good.
a
You
moment.
good. Keep on going. You good. Keep on going.
But no. See, if you got a guy like Cousins, even the Cousins that we got right now, if we had that Cousins back then, and now when you draft Ritter in the third round, it's no pressure to speed him along. You could just sit him like you supposed to.
Uh-huh.
You sit him like you supposed to. Then, as Cousins is on the way out the door, now the boy done got a chance to see the game from the sideline. Jordan Love like, Aaron Rodgers like for 2-3 years, Patrick Mahomes like. You see what I'm saying? See those kids, those guys, they had the opportunity to see the game at least a year, but a year or better from the sideline before they got thrown out there into the fire. And see, that's how Ritter got fucked up. Excuse my language, but that's how he got fucked up. Because I don't know if y'all remember or not. If you go and type in all the quarterback passing records and record books in the NCAA, you're gonna see him somewhere in the top 5 in about 9 different categories. So to say he can't play no quarterback was asinine to me. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So the question comes down to with that is, I see what Truth talk about now is like you said, when it comes to the Mariota versus Cousins thing, like you said, just have somebody who was more equipped at the quarterback position as far as being able to see it from throwing the ball downfield type of way. That way you going with on that, Truth?
Yeah. Just somebody. Okay, just for lack of a better term, just a better option than Marcus Mariota. A better option, and I think Kirk Cousins is a better option than Marcus Mariota. So but if you got that type of a quarterback, honestly, I think they should have just stuck with Ryan and just let him be mad because he was gonna be mad because Matt kind of got in his feelings about it. Was it Deshaun Watson or Lamar Jackson?
It was Deshaun Watson.
Okay, hey, look here, hey Matt, boom, you slide him old cooch, $150,000, $200,000 on the table. Tell him shut up. All right, and you retire here. Other than that, somebody like that, Mariota, his mental wasn't right when he got here. I think he would have. When he have marital problems, he had something personal going on with him. That boy had something personal going on with him.
You say
I
Matt
think it was
Ryan?
something like
I'm
that.
trying to think.
No, I think you said Mariota.
I'm sorry, yeah, Mariota. But it's just look here, man. The quarterback. The point I'm trying to make everybody is that quarterback position. Just you got to get that right. You got to get that right. That's why a lot of people go out there and they just fuck it. Hey, they go.
It's
Hey, they go and
simple.
draft. They go and draft the franchise quarterback. That's why a lot of folks be wanting quarterbacks top 5 because uh, you you gotta you got to be patient with them guys. You have no
Mm-hmm.
choice.
Well, the
But
process of developing a quarterback is easy, but the difficult part is waiting. That's the thing that comes down to it because the
yep,
quarterback position, it's all about learning. Everybody can learn the playbook. Everybody know the playbook on the offense. So the quarterback knows everybody's job. But the thing is with the quarterback, the thing that you want to prepare for that you have to prepare for is the mental aspect of it. That's what makes the job of finding the right quarterback is the mental aspect, but the development of the quarterback is actually the easiest part of development of quarterback, because what you don't want to get is a quarterback in there that quits on a team and he's not prepared to answer certain questions, or he's not prepared when, for off the field issue, marriage issues. Like, that's the most difficult part about the quarterback position. And you need a team of players around him, the team of coaches, to be able to help development as far as that is concerned. But the development part, the skills and all the footwork and all, that's the easiest part. It's the mental part of the quarterback that's the most difficult part, and which we all know Matt Ryan excelled in that, and Mike Vick failed greatly.
Yeah, Matt also, man. Hey, man, I looked at some footage on Matt Ryan. Me as a fan, I I didn't as much as I defended him, I still didn't appreciate a lot of shit that he did, man.
I think a lot of people are now kind of starting to realize that like you said, it was the stability and what he brought. Like you said, the main people that are still mad about Matt Ryan is the people that are of the super pro woke Mike Vick crowd. Them the ones still kind of upset about it. But like you said, this is the quarterback chaos that nobody was ready for. And I think right now, a lot of people are now kind of realizing that stability, whether you like the man or not, that was the only position on this team that was a stable part of this team. Problem was they didn't build anything else outside of just Matt Ryan. They were just hoping that it was just going to be Matt Ryan and Julio Jones to win games for us, and forgot that you needed the rest of the team to build up.
Look, wouldn't this is to all the fans out there, all the subscribers. Make sure I hit them buttons. Wouldn't y'all rather just go back to bitching about the quarterback or how he actually played instead of bitching about why he's the quarterback, or bitching about why somebody else ain't the quarterback? Wouldn't y'all rather just go about just actually bitching about the quarterback? And that's all y'all. Because listen, because for 15 years, I mean, you didn't have to worry about the quarterback position unless you were part of those crew who cared what you're talking about. The DMFers. No.
They know what DMFers is. They know what that is.
Because if you say it out loud right now, it's a damn near an act of treason. But Kev, I heard you say this, and you so eloquently put it. I may trip up on a word. It just all boils down to our fan base wants the.
They want the Mike Vick experience with the Matt Ryan's numbers.
Yep. Thank you. That's what they want. The Mike Vick experience, because get what, man? Shout out to Vick, man. Shout out to Vick, because after all that bullshit, hey, he realized what he did. He gave himself a straightening. He took a hard straightening with everybody, his close friends, his real friends, his wife, and all that shit down. And he made himself, he turned out to be a solid professional quarterback after he came back, and now he's man the current head coach of Norfolk State. So shout out to him.
Here's a comment right here. Sterling Wood said, the question is, how did Matt Ryan look those past 2 years? Better than what the fuck we got right now?
I mean,
better than the fuck that we done seen.
Here's the thing about that. If you're focusing upon that, you already let me know where you stand as a fan.
Exactly.
Hey, listen, again, no disrespect, but when I talk, I talk straight at you. I don't talk around the bush. So don't take shit Two wrongs.
Let me put it up here so you see so people can see what the addressing is.
But the thing about it is, if you're making that statement about a guy who should be a first ballot Hall of Famer, some say not first ballot. So it's some actually saying he won't go, which is mind blowing. If you focus on his last 2 seasons, you clearly let me know that your ass still tore about that Vic shit.
Now his thing is his biggest problem with guys like Sterling is that you're trying to compare Matt Ryan to Matt Ryan. That's his problem. Kev got what I just said. Kev got what I said.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Truth.
Goddamn hook, line, and goddamn cycle.
Exactly.
Because the thing is, you're trying to compare Matt Ryan throwing for 4,000 yards every year to an older Matt Ryan. That's like you got to be realistic with your expectations. That's why he said what he said. How did he look those past 2 years? He looks better than goddamn quarterbacks of today right now. Like when a guy, it's like Michael Jordan, LeBron James they get older, and you was like, yeah, this ain't the same guy. He need to retire. You only saying that because you so used to LeBron being LeBron and Mike being Mike and all these guys. And when they stopped doing it, he was like, yeah, we need to look for something else. And then you start looking for something else. Like, damn, what the fuck is this bullshit? That's where we at right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. And like I said, the realistic, let me tell y'all about the quarterback position as far as the numbers are concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Before this Matt Ryan, Tom Brady era, do y'all realize quarterbacks barely threw the ball for 3,000 yards in a season?
They wasn't throwing. They wasn't throwing
like that. They wasn't throwing like that.
Right.
Like now, when you got into that era, the 2000s, that's when you start seeing more.
That's the best era quarterback right there ever. That's the best era quarterbacks right there, Mike and Chat. That's the best era quarterback. Brady, Ryan, Rivers, Breed, Roethlisberger, 2 Mannings,
Phillip Rivers.
I said Rivers, early Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, that was the best era of quarterbacks right there. It ain't even close.
Yes.
It ain't even close. And y'all starting to see that now. Shit. As them guys, as them guys going out the door, look, it's so bad now. The coach brought in Ryan in his prime and unretired Rivers. That's how bad the quarterback is now.
So that's the thing.
That's how bad the quarterback is. And they one of the teams that sold their ass to get Anthony Richardson. What's wrong with him?
Can't stay healthy.
Yeah, he can't stay healthy for nothing. The same issue he had at Florida. Couldn't stay healthy.
Okay. I hope that the issue with us, but I got a funny feeling it is.
I mean, if that's the case, like you said, that was a gamble that didn't pay off. That was a gamble that didn't pay off.
Yeah.
But the thing, like you said, that era though, that early eras of the 2000s, like you said, with the Brett Favres and the Mannings and the Carson Palmers, you got these guys that's sitting up here averaging about 4,000 yards passing. And you have to think about it too. And around that era and that time, the quarterbacks wasn't getting hurt like that neither.
No, because they protecting them with the running game. They always protected them, but the running game.
And good God Almighty, Brett, I'm sorry. I am sorry, Brett. I'm sorry. Shit.
Brett Favre. Yep.
I'll leave him off.
Yeah, Brett Favre, Steve McNair. Steve McNair was kind of in the early, so it didn't really go through the whole thing. But like you said, Russell Wilson in the late 2010s and stuff like that.
Yeah. He was part of the last crew. He part of the look. His crew on the way out the door now.
Yep.
Right. And what we're looking, and like you said, what we're looking at now is, yes, we have more athletic quarterbacks in the NFL now than we did back then. But the problem is now we're seeing more quarterbacks get hurt now more than back then.
And you seeing some dumbass football play. So you get boys with dominant, boy, these niggas dumb as a bag of rocks. Shit they be doing.
And that's coming from a coach. A coach that's actually going to tell you what his credentials is.
Like, it's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, you son of a
It's
bitch.
crazy.
Son of a bitch. Damn.
What is it?
I mean, truth will tell you who he coached. He let you know.
Don't worry about it, Truth. We'll talk about that later.
Oh no! I mean, shit. Right now in the NFL, right now we got Michael Robinson, quarterback. He got drafted by Green Bay, and they traded him to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And Tennessee drafted Malik Willis,
Mm-hmm.
Westlake High School. Malik Willis. His teammate got drafted by the Orlando Magic, Chuma Okeke. How you say that his damn name? One of their teammates wound up going to Auburn. I think all three of these guys went to Auburn together. Malik, Chuma, and a guy named Smoke Monday. Smoke Monday went to Auburn. He wound up going to the surgery. He got hurt. I heard too much of him. And
Right.
I got so many baseball players. It's crazy, so but and hell, I coached them all the same way. I gave it to them the same way. I was an extra parent to all of them. All them kids I named, I was an extra parent to all of them. And see, you don't have too much of that going on no more. Now you just got these guys out here going out here recruiting the most athletic kid in the neighborhood, and now they going out here stacking all these goddamn teams, and they beat motherfuckers 100 to nothing, but they ain't really teaching them. They ain't really teaching these boys how to play no goddamn football. They're not doing it. That's why it starts with them. It starts with them in the high school coach.
They teach them how to run plays, rather they're teaching them to run the play that they tell them to do instead of actually teaching them how to play the position.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of these kids, it's taking them longer to develop. Because ain't nobody talking about play quarterback.
Because it's not about like you said, it's not about teaching them how to play the quarterback. It's about making money.
Malik Willis couldn't play quarterback when we were kids because Malik was one of them goddamn kids that give you a headache, man. He used to do some crazy shit. Like, and you used to get so fit, like see the thing about it. What was harder?
He was a hyper ass.
Yeah, one of them hyperactive ass kids, and he would do some crazy shit. But you couldn't take him off the field, because I coached him in football and baseball. You couldn't take him off the field because he was that dude. You know what I mean? He was that dude, but he was something to do some crazy shit, bro. Some real crazy shit. So
the hyper kids are the hardest ones to try to teach.
Malik didn't actually spin a ball at quarterback until his junior year at Westlake High School. That's when he first played quarterback. Somehow went quarterback. I don't know if he got hurt, got kicked out team, something like that. Malik was a receiver. Malik was being recruited by Virginia Tech as an athlete. That's who he originally committed to. That was his original commitment. He changed the quarterback his junior year at Westlake. Had a pretty good year, being that he was green. Transferred to Roswell. When he transferred to Roswell, how you know that's where it stopped like skyrocketed when he transferred to Roswell. But in the
Mm,
summer, I think Malik done been to like 3 or 4 of Cam's camp. Cam Newton, that
mm,
Westlake connection, that type of shit.
right.
Malik in the state championship game, he walked in there with a Virginia Tech hat. After that state championship game, they lost. I forgot who they lost to. He
Oh,
had on he had on an Auburn hat. How that happen? He walked in there with a Virginia Tech hat, walked out with an Auburn hat. How did that happen? When I say
damn.
hat, I don't mean like he literally had the hat on. I'm saying that he was a Virginia Tech commit when he walked into that state championship game. When he came out, he was a Auburn commit, as the story has it. Why did that happen?
Mm, mm.
Well, I tell you, part of it was Hugh Freeze, because Hugh Freeze, the Auburn coach, wanted him to play quarterback.
Mm.
Um, was Beamer still there with Malik? Was Beamer? Whoever recruited Malik at Virginia Tech wanted to leave him as an athlete. That's how you got that. That's how you got that. But Malik, a kid who I'm talking about Malik because a kid who ain't started playing quarterback. He's fucking 16 years old, look more developed than some of these boys that been out here goddamn doing this shit ever since they were 4 years old. Right now, all it took for him was just to get in the presence of Matt LaFleur. How ironic for him to get in the presence of Matt LaFleur. Now he look like a goddamn quarterback. So Tennessee had they had Malik was a second or third running back when he played quarterback with Tennessee. The fans started hating him. The fans started hating Malik bad. You remember when they played us and bro was doing that alternating quarterback shit? They
Mhm.
booed Malik, bro. They booed Malik. Boy, when I tell you, boy, that shit cut me deep. It cut me deep because, and even though he was playing the Falcons, but it cut me deep, boy. To hear that, a kid who don't work that hard get booed.
Mm.
But hey, that's part of it, man. That's part of it. That's part. See, I had to get out of my feelings. See, I
Yeah,
got in my feelings,
yeah. That's why we let you keep talking. I'll let you go ahead and get it out. Because like you said, as much as you always tell us about Malik, like you said, Malik is a special kid to you. Like you said, we don't know him or his family like that, like you do. So we know it's a
I told y'all know his daddy.
right,
If you ever heard of Mark Twain with the Dungeon Family,
right,
yeah,
yeah.
Oh, I
Mark
know
Twain,
that.
that's Mark Willis, that's Malik's daddy. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, there you go.
First first cousin with Cujo. Yep. Malik Willis is first cousin. It was second cousin of Cujo Gooding.
There you go.
That's some interesting shit, huh?
Yeah, yeah. But like but yeah, that's and you said the key word is he got an opportunity to work with a guy who's known for helping develop quarterbacks, and it was able to help him.
Yeah.
That's the biggest question that we have down here in Atlanta is who do you know to be a guy that's going to help develop a quarterback down here? We've seen Dave Ragone, DJ Williams, Zach Robinson, and we've been having quarterback problems in Atlanta ever since.
And you know the thing about it? This is where I got to go back to the high school coaches and these goddamn travel football born to compete ass coaches. They the problem. They don't develop these boys worth of shit. Now you get these professionals whose job is on the line and shit don't go right. Now they got to put in extra time to fucking develop them when they should already come to them developed. The only development a lot of these boys should need when they get to the NFL is the development of how to play professional football. But these guys nowadays, these coordinators and quarterback coaches, position coaches, now they got to do double fucking duty. So they got to teach these motherfuckers the goddamn footwork and all that shit there again. They should already know the footwork and all that shit.
That's like you going to college and the professor asks you what 2 + 2 is and you say 9.
9. How you get in here? How did you get in here, bro? What 2 + 2? You say 9. How the hell you get in here? It should be an investigation. Like for real, bro. They ain't teaching these kids shit. They hell of a recruiters now. They hell of a recruit. They go out here and see. It's certain type of dudes out there who be running that shit. I ain't finna go left on them because I'm a nigga from the street, so I'm gonna keep that intact. But a lot of these folks don't even be knowing the game at all. They just get out there because they got the money to do it. They got the money to do it, recruit these kids and all that shit there, and they be betting on the kid. But guess what? Ain't nobody taught these goddamn kids shit. They teach them, listen, they teach them enough to run that goddamn long ass goddamn playbook. These motherfuckers be having goddamn normal ass playbook and let them use. They be having a goddamn 11-year-old quarterback out there calling out Peyton Manning goddamn signals and shit. Bro, y'all still ain't talking about goddamn taking a snap. Or throwing goddamn outright.
It reminds me of that Boondocks episode with Riley. He's sitting over here dribbling the ball, but he couldn't do shit with it afterwards. He's sitting there dribbling the whole game like, what am I supposed to do this? This boy can't shoot, can't pass. All he can do is dribble.
See, like a lot of these high school quarterbacks, coaches and shit, like they teach a lot of their kids. A lot of these motherfuckers teach the kids. I don't care what's going on. If the analytics said the ball need to be there, that's where you need to throw it. Here's a fucking picture of the house. Now who the hell I'm gonna slap as a general manager? When I come see, because see, I would be a different general manager in the NFL. See, when I come out on the field, I ain't coming out on the field in no goddamn Levi Dockers, no suit, no goddamn button-up shirt. I might be out there in my flip-flops, goddamn a white tee, and some sweat, and I've been slap the shit out. See, I've been slap the shit out right here about 9 times this year. Me and him, we be 11 got the fist fight. I'm coming out there, kid. Hey, morning, bro, stinking and everything. Hey, bro, what the fuck you, bro, how you keep fucking up these timeouts? I'm talking about for real. That's how I had to be out there with them. For real, they need general managers like that. Flip flops on, I don't care. Feet ashy, ain't putting no lotion on. Who the hell called that play? Damn how I look. I'm finna slap shit out of somebody.
He said, damn, y'all look like shit out there. Yeah, I look better than y'all right
I'm looking like y'all look. Yeah, man, these coaches, they have teaching these goddamn boys, bro. They have teaching them. They sending them to these goddamn top-notch area D1, D2 schools, Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, all them goddamn schools, they're Oregon, and then they get Miami, then they get in the NFL, and then 2 + 2 become 9. What the hell going on there? Goddamn, with Tennessee with Cam Ward? He's struggling.
Yeah. Yeah, it ain't looking too good right now. And like I said, Cam Ward will be the second quarterback they'd have drafted in the last 3 years.
Yeah. Because the third and the last 5. I'm counting Malik.
Right. Yeah, I was just going right after Malik because I remember Will Levis was the year after.
Yeah, they shitted on Malik for Will Levis, and now they shitting on Levis for Cam Ward. Cam Ward, hey, he gonna have to get it. If he don't get it, he gonna have a long career. I ain't even really heard him talking about bro like that this year. I forgot.
Yeah,
All the talking on Shador. All the talking on Shador, man. Boy, hey, if Shador fuck around and leave that city, because the Cleveland Browns has never even been to a Super Bowl, bro. And they've been around way longer than the Falcons, bro. That's crazy, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Right. They went to.
And they got some.
Go ahead, True. My bad. What's this? Go ahead, True.
And diehard fan.
Yeah, boy. That dog pound up in Cleveland, boy. They done been through some shit.
Yeah,
they
my phone rang. My bad.
Yeah, because I was about to say, Shador Sanders is the 42nd starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns since 1999.
Damn. Damn.
Let me say that again. Shador, I think that's what they said. They said Shador Sanders was the 42nd starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns since 1999.
Hey, since 1999, the Falcons that had 9 starting quarterbacks. And 5 of them came out of Matt Ryan. Like, for real. Like you had Chris Chandler, Doug Johnson, Mike Vick. Okay, now they had 11. Redmond, Leftwich, and goddamn Harrington.
Mm-hmm. That's 3 in itself.
Yeah. So that's 6. Ryan will make the 7th. And you had listen, the Falcons have had 12 since 1999, and 5 of them came behind Matt Ryan.
That's 26 years. That's 26 years. And half of the starting quarterbacks came right after 2021.
That right there should solidify your point right there. Boy, it's hard to get some stability at quarterback.
And that right there is the reason why a lot of people are starting to have this epiphany about the quarterback position, because now what we've been harping and preaching on for the last 5 years about it being tough to find the guy at that position and to find stability. Because like I said before, you have less than a 20% chance to hit on a starting quarterback in the draft. Hell, really, you got less than a 18% chance to hit on a quarterback in the NFL draft, especially in the first round. That's in the first round alone. If you add all 7 rounds, you have less than a 15% chance to hit on a starting quarterback.
This is why goddamn Bill Belichick is the fucking GOAT, bro. So Bill Belichick said, damn all that. I just go draft an old frail body motherfucker out of the University of Michigan in the 6th round. And I'll coach him up. And if he don't work, so be it. Because he's just a 6th round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this motherfucker winds up being arguably the greatest football player of all time. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And
AKA.
And guess what? All that shit folk be talking about. What Belichick that did without Brady? Boy, please, he developed Brady. He developed Brady. And guess what? Belichick is a defensive guy. Belichick developed the greatest offensive player in history, arguably, and his staple is defense. Belichick developed the greatest offensive player in NFL history and the greatest defensive player in NFL history. I shut up, y'all want me to. I shut up. Who the greatest defensive player in NFL history? Man, Mike.
Lawrence Taylor.
LT. Bill Belichick developed LT. But they didn't want Belichick. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw that jab. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. I was wrong.
No. You fine. Because like I said, at the end of the day, like you said, the reality is kicked in. Like I said, Atlanta Falcon fans are now finding out that it ain't easy finding your quarterback. Because we got spoiled by Mike Vick's excitement and Matt Ryan's consistency. And now we are scrambling for thought on who we want for the next guy. And we're just hoping that the next guy is either one of those two. And that is a damn shame that it's had to come down to that. But like we said when he got traded, y'all were gonna miss that when he got traded. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people have came to that realization. But like you said, until that time, until we find it, if Michael Penix isn't ready for 2026, guess what? You got to have a backup plan. And all options is on the table. So y'all better be.
It ain't gonna be good for him, man. If he ain't ready, it ain't gonna be good for him because y'all think panic is y'all think we're in a state of panic now. If we do what's more than likely what we gonna do and that's stick with this culture style, it's really gonna be at you could times 10 it this time next year. Especially if he ain't ready to go.
Yeah, because I believe you and me. I don't think Raheem Morris is going anywhere. I don't think Zach Robinson is going anywhere. And in all honestly, I think that's what needs to happen because now that the team went from a team that was expected to get to the next level with the new coaching staff and stuff like that, now he's going to have to figure out a way to pull the Falcons out this damn slump out of these last couple years, because firing him after this season will be too easy. No, that nigga Raheem needs to be sweating. And the only way you're going to make him sweat and make him be better is he's going to have to fix this shit.
Kev, let's end this show. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. You can't make a dummy sweat if he don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's just going to be being a damn dummy.
He better fucking figure it out.
How he gonna figure it out? He's stupid. You can't make stupid figure it out.
But you know what though? But I'm gonna tell y'all though. I'm gonna tell you like this. Arthur Blank almost got to see this shit through, bro, because he listened to his buddy, McKay.
But that's going back to but we not having this conversation. That's going right back into the same shit that Raheem doing right now. That's dumb.
And see, the thing about it,
it's a never-ending cycle. At some point, you just gotta say, "All right, this shit didn't work," and just end it all.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that.
Teaching people lessons and all that, that shit is okay. Teaching people lessons, that's only for our own personal amusement.
Yeah, no, okay? I get that, but see, here go the thing though. The thing about it is, and see, I'm just as irritated as Mike, but I do see, cause see, but the thing about me, I can also see through the fuck shit. See, Arthur got to see this through, because if he jump out there and fire Raheem right now, it's enough fans out there that's gonna go back at him on some.
That shit is our own personal. That's still our own personal amusement. When bullshit is bullshit, that's just for our own when we just want to see something through, that's for our own personal amusement. Sometimes you just got to know. Most of the time, just say, this shit ain't working. This shit is done. Fuck all that personal amusement and seeing because I don't want to look this way. And fuck all that. All right? End the shit.
I mean, yeah.
I get why everybody's saying that, but that like this bullshit at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's like everybody got fucking pride. I don't want to look dumb in the fans, and I don't want to look dumb, and I don't want fuck all that. This shit is a fucking travesty. Let's end this bullshit.
Yeah.
The only person that's going to be able to make that happen is going to have to be Arthur.
That's what I don't give a fuck about all that teaching people lessons shit, because half the time motherfuckers not gonna care anyway. Half the time people don't give a fuck if they look stupid. All right.
Yeah.
So you doing all that shit for your own personal amusement.
And I'll admit that would be my personal amusement.
I know that. That's
I'll stay about it. Hey, look. I'll say it like that. But my own personal amusement, no, nigga, you need to fix this shit. But everything is just gonna be depending on how Arthur does. Is Arthur gonna do?
I don't hear what nobody's saying. I just look at the end of the day, it's all Arthur Blank. I don't care nothing about what nobody's saying. Until he says something, that's when I'm gonna go. All this other shit, I think he's gonna come back. I don't know shit, okay? We just gonna wait.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get up on out of here. It's Monday Night Raw. It's about Monday Night Raw time.
Yeah. Mike already got his juices flowing.
You know, we had to agitate him
one
little time
not
before
looking forward to watching it, to be honest.
All right, man.
I have no desire to watch Monday Night Raw. I have no desire.
Come on, Mike. Come on and watch it with me, Mike. Come on. Look, Mike, you're being a prick. You're being a prick, Mike.
I watch it. I'm gonna watch it, but I have no desire to watch it.
We're gonna watch Gunta.
All right, let's get the fuck up off of here so I can turn it on. Goddamn it, Kev.
Right, motherfucker. Let me goddamn end it with how we normally end it. Then, damn.
Roll now, nigga. Damn.
Hey, calm your ass down, motherfucker. I ain't even got to it yet. So, hold on. Let me do this right. Until next time, this son bitch right here. We ain't here to play.
Hell no.
We here to stay.
You don't forget the goddamn thing, kid. You don't forget the whole damn thing.
No, you didn't say your thing. I said
I
we ain't here to play.
Yes. Damn it! I said it. Are you fucking listening, Kim?
Hey, nope. You ain't said it the way you was supposed to say it. Ooh, yeah. Remember that, motherfucker?
Now I gotta say the shit the right way, okay? Really, nigga?
Yeah, yes, sir. We doing that. All right. Since this motherfucker want to be all uncooperative and shit.
I ain't uncooperative. I just said the way you sound like somebody else right now. I didn't say it the way you wanted me to say it. Let's start over again, goddammit.
Come on, Mike. You hurt my feelings. You supposed to say it the right way.
You know what? We really got to go now. We really got to go.
All right, y'all, man. We got the STS coming up tomorrow, so so we out here, y'all. Deuces.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.